He kind of makes sense because you're not allowed to moderate me, right? Because you're having a debate with me. But if somebody says the N-word, like your logic makes no sense, Blackworth. If somebody says the N-word, your logic is I can't mute them because I'm having a discussion. That's absolutely
no. That's
fucking
breaking.
stupid.
That's breaking rules.
It's
That's
just one
different.
word.
Okay, so well, 1 second, Blackworth. You just agreed that breaking rules, you will mute them. Guess what? Part of the rules for this server is if somebody comes in and derails the discussion, acts in an uncivilized manner, and trolls, is breaking rules. So guess what, Blackworth? Your own logic is not adding up.
Again, it's circumstantial. Why are we having a meta discussion about this now?
It's not a meta. It's relevant.
No, you changed it because you're butthurt.
No, I changed it because I had to mute the guy who kept mic spamming for 20 minutes.
How about
see, and this Z guy is still mic spamming, and you're not doing anything about it. So I can't have a discussion with you.
So how about we move on? So Ukrainian combat aviation using Su-25 and Su-24Ms conducted over 20 combat sorties. The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces.
Okay, where did you post the source?
The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces.
Okay, where's the source posted? That
Here.
you're talking about.
I mean, the Ukrainians are still doing sorties. It's true. Limited.
No, they're not doing anything. The only thing they're doing is fucking hiding in civilian dense areas. So when they get bombed, they can point the finger and say, "Oh, look, they're killing civilians."
It's in the war in
Even
Ukraine,
though this is literally the first like modern, because it's a war. I'll agree. I'll grant you that this is the first modern war with the least amount of civilian casualties. I actually applaud Russia for not killing
20,000 over the population.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The U.S. killed 20,000 in their first week of invading.
That's really funny.
20,000 is a lie. I mean,
yeah. So shut the fuck up.
I'd rather not.
Although you know what's really
then
funny?
I'd rather
operations in Iraq ended after 28 days.
rather small.
In the meantime, we're over at day 120, and we still and the war still keeps going.
Like it's so weird. Like
I have a question, Blackworth.
So like when the U.S. kills 20,000 civilians in Iraq in the first week,
tell us more about your life.
Right? That's not relevant to you. But when Russia literally kills under that number,
Blackworth is old, am I right?
And they've been there for way more than a month. Right? 1 second, let me finish.
We have a Ukrainian Armed Forces member that basically admitted to having killed civilians.
Okay, can I finish? Yeah. So like the only sources you have are these bullshit sources that you get that are not concrete evidence. It doesn't seem like you understand what concrete evidence is. And there's an issue with that because when you believe in bullshit, like low quality sources that are not verified, you're going to buy into a lot of propaganda and you're going to buy into a lot of bullshit that's not verified.
Actually,
and that's exactly what you're doing. That's
no
what the Ukrainians
answer.
So I'm gonna reiterate for the fourth fucking time. Ukrainian combat aviation conducted multiple airstrikes at Russian positions using Su-25s and Su-24Ms.
Okay.
The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces.
Okay, I don't believe them. So they've already been proven to be liars on multiple occasions. So I have no reason to believe them, and I have evidence of them lying on multiple occasions.
No. But how do you disprove this?
He said a few weeks ago his penis is like
that's the thing, right?
1.5 inches.
You refuse to take my sources that I bring from Russian generals in Russia because you claim that they spread propaganda.
The Russian generals are
let me
criminals.
finish. Can I finish? Okay, can I finish?
They should all be trailed at the Hague.
Okay. Can I finish before you cut me off? So, like, the problem here is that when I give you sources from Russians, Russian generals,
I don't take sources from
Yeah, dude, Blackworth, have you not noticed that every time I talk, you talk over me? Okay, so have you not fucking noticed that every time I talk, you talk over me?
Fucking war criminal.
Okay, so are you done talking over me? I've let you talk multiple times. If there's a mod in here, you'd be muted, and you're a mod. So let me finish. The problem here is that when I give you sources from the Russian side, you claim that they're war criminals and that they're Nazis and that you don't take their sources. But when I say the same thing about
They are.
Ukrainians and give you evidence of them lying and being war criminals and hiding in civilian dense areas and giving you many sources over the past few months, I've posted so many. You can literally look my name up and you'll find like all the sources I posted. You're like, no, I don't believe in this. But when I do the same with you, justifiably, you claim, oh no, you can't do that. These people are the good guys. Dude, you're not making sense. You're clearly biased and you have a double standard. Go ahead. I don't have a double standard, right? If Ukraine says 2 + 2 = 4, I'll fucking agree with them. But that's not what's happening.
So the Russians do acknowledge that the Ukrainians are still running air sorties.
They're defending themselves, okay?
Yeah, you still haven't debunked me.
I have. What's there to debunk when you fucking send me propaganda? What's there to debunk? You do the same with my sources. You automatically
So the captured Russian soldier basically stated that he did commit war crimes in Ukraine.
Okay, was he captured? So he was. So you know. Wait. Let me remind you of something you said, Blackworth, a few fucking days ago, when I gave you a source on captured Ukrainians admitting to committing war crimes. You said, "Oh, they've been tortured. That's why they're willing to admit to these things." Okay, so when I give you the same argument for the shitty argument that you're making right now, guess what you're gonna say? You're gonna say, "Oh no, it's not true."
Were they tried by a recognized court, or were they tried by
Blackworth.
an illegal court? Tell me which court.
You're a fucking you're Blackworth.
Halal,
Blackworth.
tell me.
Do
Halal,
you not realize the hypocrisy? You're a hypocrite.
Which court were they trialed in? Were they trialed in the court of Kiev?
You're a
Because we know the court of Kiev. Ox, shut the fuck up. Ox, you're nothing. Ox, you're nothing. Shut the fuck up.
There's a huge difference.
He's mad.
You shut the fuck up, Blackworth.
Name me the judge. Name me the judge. Go.
You shut the fuck up.
Hello, name me the judge. Ox, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Stop interrupting. No, Ox, I'm going to do the same thing to you.
No, I want Ox to speak. I want to listen to what he has to say.
Thank you. Okay.
He hasn't fucking spoken.
No. Hello.
Let him
Answer
fucking
my
talk.
question. Hello, answer
Yeah,
my question.
I want Ox to fucking talk, and then I'll
Give
answer
me the name of the court and the judge.
Okay. I want him to fucking answer.
Give me the name. No, you're pivoting again.
Ox,
I'm pinning you down on this.
I want Ox to fucking say what he has to say, and then I'll fucking.
So do you
answer your
support
question.
war criminals and rapists?
I don't support Ukrainians. No, that's why I don't support.
No. The Russians.
Such a big deal. Okay.
He asked me if I support war criminals and rapists, and I tell him I don't support.
It's a two different.
Go ahead,
argument
Ox.
over here. Okay. Of course.
Ox. Why hasn't he answered the question?
Blackworth.
I told you because I want to listen to what Ox has to say.
I'm talking, so please. Okay.
No. You're not talking. It was a conversation.
I want to, but I want to listen to him. No. I want to listen to what he has to say. This is a public room, dude. We don't own the fucking room. If somebody wants to fucking.
No, I asked you a very precise question. The name of the
and I
judge
told you
and the
I'll
name of the
answer
court.
it. I will answer your question after he talks. I'm not running away, dude. I'm still in the room. I'm still here.
Why haven't
But
you
he
given
was
it to
talking because he fucking started talking before you started asking the question. Therefore, he has the fucking right to speak.
He's so
just like we
angry.
do.
Thank you.
Why are you treating him like a fucking second-class citizen, dude? It's fucking Discord.
No. It's because he treated me like garbage too.
Because it's Discord.
So what? I fucking treat you like garbage.
Many people treat Blackworth like garbage. I'm sorry to say so.
When the Russian armed forces are finally going to get defeated, and they're going to be routed from Ukraine, and then they're going to be murdered by Ukrainian armed forces.
Yeah, sure they will. Sure they will.
When?
You're delusional.
So wait. Let me bring my perspective over here. Okay. When we have an argument, we try to bring for facts and information based on a
Okay. Ask specifically which judge it was. The name of the judge, he didn't give it to me. The name of the court, he didn't give it to me.
Blackworth, as a moderator, why are you over talking me halfway where I'm talking? So thank you.
Dude,
Somebody make another chat about Ukraine?
No,
a
it's
separate
okay.
one?
It's okay. Okay, I understand Blackworth is
one.
emotional when he engaged in topics. Okay, so please.
That's why he supports Ukraine.
No. He supporting Ukraine is his choice. Please don't.
No,
don't
but he
challenge
supports it because he's emotional.
No,
That's why.
It's actually two different issues. You guys are confusing.
Do you want to sign a contract with me? I will come.
Blackworth, shut the fuck up. Say stop interrupting as a moderator.
Blackworth, why don't you go fight in Ukraine, bro? They're already taking women. Women are fighting. Why don't you go and fight in your fucking Ukraine?
He's definitely getting paid for all this propaganda.
They're drafting women. They're drafting fucking 16-year-old women to go fight in fucking Ukraine.
Women have proven to basically be willing to fight.
Look at this.
Than men.
Wallahi, you're not a real man, Blackworth. You can't be a real fucking man, dude.
Gentlemen,
You can't be a real fucking
No,
man.
you see personal attacks like a fucking child again and again. You see, it's like
look at
that's
him
all you
saying,
do.
"Oh yeah, he's okay with 12-year-old girls
Hey, come
fucking
on, you guys
fighting,
are
and he
not
doesn't want to go
even
fight."
sharing the floor.
Wallahi, you're
Okay,
not a
Halal,
real man,
Halal,
bro.
give me
You're
the
not a
source.
real man.
Halal, you made another claim.
You're
Give me
you're
the
not a
source.
real
12-year-old
man, bro.
girl.
You're not a real
Give me the
man.
source.
You're okay
Halal,
with
give me-
you're
give
okay
me the
with
source.
teenage
Both of you
girls.
should
Halal,
stop.
give me the source.
No, why are we doing this? Okay, and Blackworth,
Ox, go get the source. 12-year-old girl fighting for the Ukrainian armed forces.
Blackworth, please. Okay, this is such.
No. Do you have this recorded?
Why are you
Where is it?
fucking
Look at this.
overtalking me as a moderator constantly? I'm recording this to show that, okay, there's proper evidence that you're hogging the floor and at the same time intentionally overtalking just to get a conversation.
The United States has recognized the war in
Blackworth,
Ukraine
shut the
as a
fuck up
genocide.
and share the
Supporting
floor.
Russia is illegal.
Blackworth, please. I've shown you good manner for a very long time. Okay?
Yeah, calling
Not
him
in
nice is
DMs.
fucking retarded.
No, in the end,
the
you
war
behave
criminals,
badly.
genocide
That's
is-
why you don't deserve any fucking respect from me. But please, have some decency as a moderator. Okay? If you don't,
I
step
really
down as
don't
a
care.
moderator and stop over talking.
He's emotional, dude.
I know he's emotional. He couldn't control. But please,
No, Halal still hasn't given me any sources
shut
for
the
his claim.
fuck up. I'm actually going to take the floor, okay? So when we have an argument or perspective, stop using emotional ransom. Example, to use support criminal, to use the no. Nobody support criminals. Nobody support rapists. But that is such a bad.
Then why are you
That's
supporting
okay.
Russia?
Shut the fuck up and stop interrupting. Okay? And both ends is committing crime against humanity and killing each other. Okay?
Russia is the only one committing
that
crimes,
is
not Ukraine.
Actually, you have to do homework.
Stop your emotional outcry and constant over talking. You are a moderator. Let me remind you constantly. I'm recording this. I'm going to submit this. Okay? Stop your emotional outcry.
Does it look like I care?
Blackworth paid or autistic?
I know you don't care.
You're
And you
being
shouldn't be
too
a moderator
emotional
if you are doing
also.
this non-stop. Okay? You have been reminded numerous times. Okay? It's okay to have an emotional argument, but please stop vomiting your bad manner on this.
So I'm asking Halal, why is he supporting war criminals, rapists, murderers?
Same go for
Why are you
you.
supporting
There
them?
is
Yeah,
rapists-
same goes
there
for
is
you. Why are you
rapists-
supporting
there
war
is
criminals?
rapists and war criminal in Ukraine.
Because we're pro-Russia. That's
Okay.
why.
No. The reason why this conflict is
no.
happening is
Look
because
at this.
Russia
Yeah.
invaded a country. Russia is the one
What do you mean
that
invaded a
caused
country?
every single
you see,
crime,
you
even
are
the
claiming
Ukrainian
multiple things.
crimes.
You're claiming
That's
multiple
Blackworth,
totally
where
normal to
were
invade
you during the
One at
Iraq
a
War, by the way? You were hiding, right, Blackworth?
One at a
During Iraq War?
time.
No,
Were
I
you
was
hiding?
young.
Yeah. Oh, what were you doing? Yeah,
I
what
was
were you
young.
doing?
I was part of the
So
military.
why aren't you sitting here and speaking against the U.S. for their war crimes?
Because those are two
I
different
haven't heard-
conflicts.
Oh, okay, but I haven't heard you speak once against United States war crimes. They're the most fucking war criminal country
I
in the
dislike
world.
their. I dislike
That's a
what you're doing
whataboutism.
in Yemen.
I mean,
And
I
again,
think
you
his
bring up
argument is still fair.
whataboutism. You're
Yeah,
pivoting
but,
away from
no,
the
no.
subject.
Why do you never fucking speak out against it? Since
Where?
you hate war criminals so
You're
much,
pivoting again.
why don't you
You're
do that?
pivoting again. Why
I'm
is
not.
there rapes
I'm
and
not.
murders in Ukraine?
Yeah, because Ukrainians are committing them. That's why.
No, because the Russians are committing them.
Here we go. Okay, yeah,
No,
prove
the
it.
fact is,
Again,
both
there was
men-
a
Ukrainians
both
deserve it.
men
trial.
are committing
There was
war
a
crimes,
trial. No. The Russians are the ones committing the war crimes. Even the Ukrainian war crimes are war
Prove it.
crimes caused by Russian invasion.
Black-
Therefore, they are all Russian
True.
crimes.
Listen,
Black-
Ox,
Black-
even
And also,
Ukrainian
Ox,
war crimes
and
are
also
caused by
remember-
Russia.
I can bring forth
Even-
facts and arguments.
And also,
okay?
remember, even
Wallahi, you're a
the
fucking
United,
joke, dude.
the
Wallahi, you're a
United
joke.
States have declared that
One
the
at a
war in
time.
Ukraine is a genocide, and therefore
Well-
you denying that the aggression against
You're a
Ukraine
joke.
is a genocide
Okay,
is illegal.
two things. Okay, Jarin, please help to moderate. It's good that
Not
at least
in
we have a
America.
junior helper that need to moderate the senior mod. Okay, so two things over here. To claim that there's no criminal act committed in Ukraine way before Russian invasion is totally not true. Let me bring forth good evidence for you. OSCE, the European Security Council, which is well recognized, already have a well-documented report about war crime committed by the Ukrainian armed force. Okay, you can search it up. OSCE Ukrainian armed force war crime. You will have a good multiple page report, 173 page to be exact, in case Blackworth try to deny it, that they have well-documented information about how Ukrainian soldier arrest people from Donbass region and Luhansk region. For example, put them in the minefield to watch them blow up by the mine, run them down by vehicles, all forms of tortures, okay, and so on. Okay, it is a well-documented war crime committed by the Ukrainian. So, when you make a silly claim? I'm so sorry. I'm getting emotional. When you make a claim, okay, that Russian is the only one committing all this rape and crime and so on, it's an emotional appeal.
All Russia had to do was not invade during 2014.
Blackworth is two different arguments. Stop copying and interrupting with a different argument. We are focusing on your claim of crime. If your justification is that Russia bad committed crime, then you should not have a double standard and the hypocrisy to deny what the Ukrainian armed force have done from 2014 before the Russian invasion. So please,
no, the Russian invasion was in 2014.
At least have the decency to admit that both sides is committing crime and atrocity to humanity. Okay?
No, only a few individuals committed. This is systematic. Since 2014, Russian armed forces committed illegal acts. This includes the illegal occupation of a territory, crossing the border illegally into Ukraine in order to destroy Ukrainian armed forces at many battles that were happening between the two separatist republics and the Ukrainian regime. The attempt to overthrow the regime through armed force, the attempt to cause insurrection and terror attacks,
so everything the US
crimes.
Did Blackworth finish?
So therefore, this means that all of this microcosm is caused mainly by Russia. Russia is the one that has Russia is the one that has caused. Russia is the one that caused all of this. If Russia wasn't involved, none of this would have happened.
You know what's funny? The U.S. did all of everything he just said in Iraq. Not only did
that's really funny.
And they did it without a justifiable reason. At least Russia has a reason, right? Because like Ukraine is corrupt, and on top of that, they're letting neo-Nazis into their military. No country in the world does this. If the U.S. started letting the KKK, like imagine somebody fucking makes a video, proclaims they're fucking neo-Nazis and a KKK member, and the United States does a background check on you and lets you in the military, and they give you your own unit. Like they make a unit called the KKK unit in the Marines, and they literally pay you from taxpayer money. You know what the fuck would happen? There'd be a fucking revolt. U.S. citizens would literally fucking revolt against the government if that ever fucking happened. Okay, but the problem here is that you're blindsided by your biased and your double standard. The U.S. did the same, every single thing you just said the U.S. fucking did in Iraq. They destabilized the region. They went in and made false claims about the government and completely destabilized a country that was performing really well, in my opinion. They were doing really well. And on top of that, they were supporting them a few years back to go fight another country, right?
Halal.
So it's not making sense, dude.
The only difference is that in US, they call it liberating Iraq.
Yeah, they said, they gave them the American freedom, democracy. Yeah, they called it liberating. Yeah.
Yeah, Russia should say the same thing. I don't know why.
Exactly.
Saddam killed over a million of his own people.
So 1 second, if Saddam killed so many people, why did we support him?
Why are you interrupting? Okay, I'm going to restart from the beginning now because you're a dog and you don't know anything. So let me start. Okay, I'm going to restart again because you guys are idiots.
Yeah, but insult.
No, you guys did the same thing, and I'm going to restart every single. I'm going to restart every single time. I'm going to restart every single. I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart.
Yeah, you're a brainwashed Amerima. You're a brainwashed Amerima.
You're a brainwashed Amerima. I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart.
Dude. You're like Windows.
I'm going to restart.
Restart, dude. Push the restart button.
I'm going to restart my data.
Sorry, please.
What are we restarting again?
I'm going to
Guys,
restart.
he's restarting Windows. He's a fucking
Mark Zuckerberg.
He's a PC. He's literally a PC. He's literally a fucking PC, dude. The PC meme.
Alright, just shut the fuck up and let Blackworth finish his fucking point.
Okay,
fucking
finish. Okay, finish. Go ahead, you dog, Blackworth. Propaganda brainwashed dog.
Please stop insulting each other.
He insulted me.
So the Iraqi people, the Iraqi government was already committing a genocide against its own people, against the Kurds in particular, but also against the Iranians during the Iran-Iraq war. This regime was not a regime that was
We
liked.
supported
This
them
regime
during
was not
Yeah, but we
supported.
supported them.
This entire
United States
regime was
supported them.
hated. Was hated by basically everyone, including the U.S. because of its invasion of Kuwait, as well as its massive fucking invasions of other places and its destabilization of the region. Nobody liked Saddam, and nobody was going to stick their neck out for Saddam, even though the invasion is technically illegal. Nobody liked Saddam, and nobody was going to defend him, and everybody was happy that he was gone. Also, there was a lot of Kurds and other peoples in Iraq who flipped to the U.S. immediately during the invasion because they wanted to be liberated from this fucking tyrant. In the meantime, Zelensky's regime, but mainly Petro's regime during the overturn of the government in 2014, this regime was well liked. This regime was well enjoyed. This regime worked very hard to make friends. This regime also
They weren't
worked
well
very
liked in the Donbass.
No,
they were
that is
loved,
actually
and
not
this
true.
regime
That is
and
not
this
true.
regime and this regime
Okay, are you
now
done?
is going to grind Russia down, and once
Okay.
Russia is
So are you
done,
done?
they will get kicked out, and
Okay.
Russia will be humiliated on the global
Okay.
scale.
Look how
Hold on,
easy I'm
hold on,
gonna
hold on,
BTFO in 1 second. No,
Nobody was
Ox,
out.
Ox, let me
I'm not
BTFO
done
him.
yet.
He's
I'm not
gonna because
done
you're
yet.
rambling. You're rambling.
I'm not
Are you done
done.
making your
No,
point?
no. Why do you
This is
do
just
this?
random
When I do
rambling,
this
dude.
to you, when I do this to you,
Because
you
I don't
do-
ramble. I make
And
my
why
point in a
are you
minute.
also? Why do you also?
Because you're monologuing, dude. I don't want to hear your emotional arguments. I don't want to hear you
no.
fucking say shit
Why
like
are
this.
you
It doesn't
doing
matter
this
to me.
all the time? You keep
Because
guys
you're
are
comparing
rambling.
Iraq. You keep comparing
You're
Iraq
drunk
to
fucking
this
rambling. I don't want to
war,
hear it.
but there's a difference here also. Is because white people
are you
don't
done?
kill white people anymore. In the
Okay, are
meantime,
you done?
What
white
kind of
people
argument is
it's
that?
okay to kill
Yeah,
black
I
people.
don't know what he's
Right?
talking
The
about.
wall
Not
of
in
base.
Ukraine.
He's one of those car dealership dudes
Oh,
that
he's done.
sells shitty
Okay, so
things
now that you're done, let me
you trust.
BTFO every single shitty point that you've made. You've claimed that Saddam Hussein was killing innocent people and fighting Iranians. Guess what?
That
We
was
funded him,
gaslighting,
and I have
might
the
as well
support.
be.
I have the source for this. The U.S. gave him billions of dollars and chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. And guess what? It's all fucking documented by both the CIA and FBI. And I can give you the sources right now of them doing business with Saddam Hussein. So by your logic, the United States, which is opposing Russia, are war criminals. And by your logic, they funded war criminals. So if your logic holds true, that means them supporting Ukraine makes Ukraine automatically pieces of shit, because I've never seen a criminal support their victim, right? Like, or somebody who's truly not a piece of shit. It doesn't usually happen. Criminals are pieces of shit, right? They usually hang out with other pieces of shit that commit crimes just like them. So the problem here is that you also said some bullshit. I forgot exactly what you said.
Can I add on to that, Halal, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Based,
Yeah, go
based
ahead.
on his claim that Iraq, Saddam Hussein is hated by everyone. They are hated by the Kurds and so
Oh
on,
yeah,
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but if you look at Ukraine, okay, you said that the new regime by Zelensky is well loved. Not true. You have the Donbass region, you have the Luhansk region that do not love Zelensky. That's why they are considered Ukrainian separatists. Okay, so your claim that he's well loved by the entire Ukraine is not true. Okay, it's that simple. You're happy to deny and not see the fact, and yet selectively choose what you endorse, and the hypocrisy and bias is atrocious here. Please.
Can I show you a picture in chat in war in Ukraine? That's Zelensky's popularity.
Yeah, show me.
Congratulations.
Can you show you a piece of propaganda? Can I show you a picture that's pure propaganda that has no
That is
context?
even, the picture
So
is not
coups
even
are
a
okay as long as they're
justification,
popular.
You know,
Can I show you a picture of Saddam Hussein
He's
being
polling
held up by
at
his
over
own people
80.
and being
He's polling
supported?
at
Yeah.
80% right
wait,
now.
wait.
Yeah.
You show me a picture in where again? Sorry, I would like to have a look at it and laugh at it.
War in Ukraine.
War in Ukraine. Let me have a look. Okay.
Did they
show me
poll
a picture.
people in Lysychansk? I mean, how did they do the poll?
Wait, and how? What does
I can't stop fucking laughing,
What-
bro.
what is-
Wallahi azim.
wait. Is that the post crypto chart that you're showing me?
No, that is
This is a
just what.
538 poll.
That is just the poll.
Yeah.
That
from-
basically
from-
shows his
from where?
popularity.
From where?
He was
From
the
where?
most popular. He was
From
the most
where?
popular. I just pulled it up from Wikipedia, mate.
Wikipedia.
Putin's also has high numbers though, like 80%.
Yeah, he has incredibly
Oh.
high numbers. No
Yeah.
shit.
Like Biden, dude.
Wait.
Like Biden.
Now
yeah.
this poll include the Luhansk and Donetsk region.
No,
course not.
no, because
no.
they're in a fucking war.
So
They're
now
orcs, don't you know?
You have a poll during war on a selective individual.
No, in selective regions, yeah.
And then
Regions that are not occupied by the Russians.
Your claim that they are well loved ever since he's in power is not true. In fact, he was
Yes, he was well loved.
wait. He was involved in numerous corruption case. I can't remember, is it the Pandora or the Pegasus case that implicated him and his minister in corruption. In fact, he's falling based on that also. And secondly, your claim that the entire Ukraine love him, which is also not true. There's region similar to what you say about Saddam Hussein. There's Kurds that hate him. There's people that as considered as Ukrainian separatists that do not enjoy his regime. So
Exactly.
please, don't
There's
drum up-
people that
Please
still
don't-
support him.
please
There's
don't-
Iraqis
don't
that
drum
still
up-
support
Please
Saddam
don't
Hussein.
drum up your biased claim based
Kharkiv
on faulty information that
is-
you endorse.
Kharkiv is mostly Russian, and well, not mostly, but has a very large Russian minority, and they love Zelensky even more because it defended them
No,
from
they
the
don't.
fucking Russians.
There's actually
No,
no
sure he
factual
did.
information about.
Yes,
what
there
went
is
on with
factual
it.
information about that. Yes, we
where?
have
From where?
two reporters on the
Two
ground,
reporter.
Tatiana Orgakova, and another guy, which I keep forgetting his fucking name, and both of them have talked to people.
Yeah,
in
and
the
guess what reporters do? They selectively interview
No,
and
no,
talk
wait,
to
wait, wait,
people
wait.
that
Hold on,
meet
hold on.
their agenda. He doesn't realize
Hold on,
this.
hold
He's
on.
so
You see-
fucking brain
you
dead.
see, if
He's so brain dead.
You see, Blackworth, let me try to make some sense with your bad logic over here. The reason why I say it's bad logic is because you are taking claims from two reporter. I do not know if they're pro-Russian or pro-Ukraine. That what they say must be facts. But do you understand that there's actually reporter that is pro-Russian? Then shall I also take them whatever they say as facts? Because they obviously is saying that there's a lot of people in Ukraine that is thankful to Russia, because they liberated them. You see, that
You know what I mean? They
there's
bombed them.
There's two sides of the story. And you are merely selectively trying to endorse your own emotional appeal and your bias. Don't do that.
Why don't you talk about the people
your claim
in
is two
Kherson?
reporter. Your claim is two reporter showing
Why
you
not do you
facts.
talk about why not talking about the people in Kherson who have literally their food and their apartments taken away from them
Wait,
to be
Blackworth,
used by Russian
Oh,
armed
they're
forces?
very
Blackworth,
happy right now.
Blackworth, you
Yeah, they're very happy that they're going to starve, aren't they?
Blackworth, you're
They're
derailing.
very happy that they're
you're
going to go into a
derailing-
famine,
you're
aren't they?
derailing and moving the goalposts.
They're like, thank you. They're thanking
So
the
Russia's
Russians.
Blackworth.
simultaneously preventing
Blackworth,
starving the world and not feeding Kherson. Is that
Okay,
it?
Blackworth,
Yeah.
you are derailing your own conversation and moving the goalposts so far away from being responsible.
How am I
for what
moving the
you claim.
goalposts?
You
If a
claim
person,
Come on,
if a
Blackworth, why
person
are
is
you
being
overtalking me?
oppressed,
Why
if a
are you
person is
overtalking
being
me? Blackworth,
oppressed,
why are you overtalking me? You
because
make
you're
a
moving the
claim-
goalposts.
No, I'm focusing on your reporter point. Okay, you make a claim that you feel that what you say is true because you heard two reporters. I already show you a very critical.
These reporters have chosen true again and again and again.
Blackworth, there you go. You are singularly endorsing your bias and your hatred about Russia by saying that if you hear two reporters based on your selective bias say something, then they must be fact. And I already show you that there are other reporter that is pro-Russian, and there are also more than two reporter, maybe 2-3 reporter saying the opposite of what you say. Then do we endorse that two reporter now based on?
Are they in
what is-
Kharkiv?
There is many reporter in Kharkiv. There is also
No,
CGTN
no.
in Kharkiv. There's
No.
also
Are they?
CGTN in
Is there
Kharkiv.
is
Okay?
there RT in Kharkiv?
There's different
Actually,
reporter from
France
different region.
24 was in Lysychansk just the other day,
Okay.
and they were
Yeah, I
surprised
know.
about all the pro-Russian people they found.
Yeah. You see, and we could not just say that because I hear two reporter and then we selectively choose who we want to lie and say that because these two reporter is saying good things about what my argument, therefore they must be correct. And every other reporter that is against my argument, no, those are propaganda. Come on, for God's sake, that is such a
So
bad
please tell
argument.
me. So please tell me that when you're being shelled by the people that are supposed to be
We
saving
are talking
you,
about reporter.
and you're dying because of people like that are supposed to be saving you,
Oh,
and you have your apartments being taken away
Blackwood,
from
you
the
do not know
people
how
who are
to
supposed to
argue,
be
right?
saving you, and the fucking food is being taken away, so the people have to starve because again, those people are supposed to be saving you, and they're doing it to save you by starving you. Like again in Kherson, for example, in occupied Kherson, where you have no right to protest, and your mayor gets removed.
Oh,
And
just
all
like
of
when,
that.
just like Norway. Let me
Guys,
make a
he's
point.
trolling you. I mean, he
Ox, let me
doesn't
make a
believe all
point.
this.
Let me make a point. Just like let me make a point.
He's
Just like
trolling
Norway
you.
is starving Russian civilians on via by blocking food shipments to them.
Okay,
You want proof of this?
So
Yeah, apparently he's not gonna fucking comment on it.
Blackworth, I do really
I'm
want to
still
again-
waiting on the name of the judge that did the
Blackworth,
ruling
Blackworth,
from
Blackworth,
earlier.
You see,
Yeah,
thi- this-
keep fucking shit
you see,
posting.
This is
No, I keep
Blackworth,
asking
Yeah,
the
keep shit
question.
posting.
Blackworth,
No,
please.
Yeah,
no, you
keep
guys
shit
are
posting.
you guys also are blinded by your bias.
Blackworth.
Yeah, keep
okay?
shit posting.
I really dislike this conversation with you from time to time.
Apparently we're biased, but he's not. So
Yeah, so
No,
I'll
I'm
tell you
looking
why.
on the facts on the ground, and the facts on the
Blackworth,
ground
Yeah,
is that
sure,
Ukrainian forces have been stabbing Russians with
Blackworth.
fucking bayonet charges and ran out of
sure they are.
ammunition.
Yeah.
Blackworth,
Yeah, and the ghost of Kiev. Yeah, the ghost of
Blackworth,
Kiev. Yeah,
just to
yeah,
let
buddy.
you know,
The ghost of Kiev
Yeah.
worked. It worked.
Yeah,
and
it
guess
worked. Yeah,
what?
definitely.
Whether
It
was
worked to make
propaganda
them a
or not,
fucking
it
joke.
worked.
They're a fucking
wait till
joke.
Don
We're
Mack is
laughing at
here.
them. We're
They
fucking
needed
laughing.
a hero. They needed a hero. They made one. There you go. There was a
You
hero.
created a hero
a
that
lot of
ended up
work,
making
man.
people laugh at you. It's a fucking video game. You're an idiot. What are you fucking talking
No,
about?
it's not a
No, you
video
don't need to
game.
call
It's
him
a
a
It was
hero.
from a
They
fucking
needed a
video
hero,
game.
and therefore they got
Wait,
a
he
hero.
thinks
It was
Ghost of
from
Kiev is
Arma.
true?
I think so.
I can't
Blackburn?
stop fucking laughing,
Ukrainians-
bro.
The Ukrainians needed a hero. They made one.
Oh,
The Ghost of Kiev.
but you believed
What's
it
wrong,
for a
man? I
while.
thought all Ukrainians were heroes. What's wrong? You're
No,
telling me they're
the-
stabbing
no.
people? They're
No. Due to the kill to death ratio of this pilot,
yeah,
this
buddy.
legendary quote unquote pilot,
Yeah, you're hilarious.
it was very unbelievable. But guess what?
I need a
It
hero.
worked for propaganda. And guess
Yeah,
what?
sure, buddy.
It worked. It worked to galvanize the Ukrainians that they can resist, and it
LOL.
worked wonders. The Ukrainians are resisting, and they're
I mean,
resisting
they fight
very
hard, I ain't
well.
gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like look at the Battle of Severodonetsk, where basically the Ukrainians were able to counter push and almost push them out of the entire city, as well as being
No.
ordered to basically hug the Russians so that the Russians couldn't use their artillery. And this meant that they were owning different rooms inside the same fucking apartment, which meant that they could fight in close quarter combat with bayonets.
I'm a little bit confused here. Can someone with actual fact, from what Blackworth is saying, they are pushing the Russian out of Severodonetsk, which means they are already
They
overwhelmed.
did, not anymore. Not
That
anymore. They did back in the
3-hour
past.
counterattack. It was bullshit.
Blackworth. So, based on your claim, since the Ukrainian soldier is so superior, they are able to push the force out. And what happened to to your superior army, and what happened to Severodonetsk now? What happened?
They withdrew out of Severodonetsk because of they were out of position, and the position was
Oh.
untenable.
Just like when they
Therefore-
withdrew from Mariupol.
Yeah.
No, Mariupol was surrounded. Mariupol, they had no choice but to
So I
fight or
thought that was
fly.
an
So, wait,
evacuation.
can we make a very simple analysis here? Two superior army confronting each other, and Ukrainian being the more superior army lose to the less superior army. Thank you for your analysis.
That is not the analysis that was made. The analysis that was made that the Russians still have the superiority. The problem is that when the Ukrainian armed forces are able to make very brutal close-range counterattacks, specifically in cities like Severodonetsk, where they're able to destroy many Russian assets and kill many Russian soldiers, as well as push them out of several
in a
districts,
war,
it
in a
makes
war, they're
them
killing each other.
very efficient. It's not like in Iraq where the Ukrainian army where the Iraqi army crumbled almost immediately. This is an army that is trained.
You know why
and
they
has
you know why
motivated,
they crumbled?
and has a
Breathe,
will,
Breathe,
and has
man.
a will to
Breathe.
fight.
Wait.
Breathe. You know what? Ox, can I make a point?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you know why they crumbled so fast? Because the United States literally were merciless. They had no they didn't take into account any civilian life whatsoever. Do you know what they fucking started doing in the first week before ground invasion in Iraq? They started mindlessly bombing everything in fucking Iraq. That's why 20,000 civilians died in the first fucking week. Because they had no fucking pause button. They didn't care about anything. They literally fucking crumbled the Iraqi military through the use of missiles before they even let their ground troops go in, right? Because like I said, they viewed Iraqis and Arabs and Muslims as savages. To them, to the fucking to these people, we were savages. And it was perfectly fucking described by their war hero who ended up getting killed by his Marine friend because he was mentally ill. And they made a fucking movie about him,
Okay,
and he
Halal,
ended up
Halal.
getting killed by his Marine friend.
Halal,
Go ahead.
actually
give,
not
give me a
true.
moment.
Of course, this movie I
let me
watched.
let me counter Blackworth because I do not like to like use emotional appeal. Okay, there is a Sky News report that actually went down to Ukraine, okay, and talked to the Ukrainian elite military unit. It's the elite military unit. So Blackworth claimed that the Ukrainian army is more well trained and whatsoever. Maybe he's not updated. And according to the elite military unit commander, 80% of the Ukrainian elite soldier has been eliminated in his unit. Okay, and now
Yeah.
they are showered with untrained volunteer that is dying constantly because they are untrained military personnel. Okay, this is the evidence. I'm posting it in War in Ukraine, and I hope Blackworth can have a
Oh,
look so that he
better
can
than
wake up.
nothing.
He can wake up from his delusion. Okay, thank you.
Where is it
He will.
posted? We're in
War
Ukraine.
in Ukraine. It's the Sky News report that have an actual reporter in Ukraine speaking to the Ukrainian commander and talking about how 80%, the Ukrainian commander is saying that about how 80% of their well-trained soldier has been eliminated, and then now they are being replaced by volunteers and untrained personnel. And
This has
also,
3 million views.
yeah, exactly. It's well
Yeah.
recognized. Okay, it's actually by Australia. Okay, Sky News, and also it also reflect the medic saying that there's so many deaths. I just want to. So this is a counter
Did I
perspective
just hear
from what you're
Sky
saying.
News Australia?
I believe Sky
You-
News is
You know
Australia.
what's
Murdoch?
Ox? What do you expect?
Murdoch?
A trained. Okay,
Sorry,
what do you
sorry,
expect?
Jerry,
A trained
you asking me?
military, right?
Ah,
Like a trained military with a trained special forces going up against a bunch of neo-Nazis that literally have like neo-Nazi camps, summer camps.
No, I do not.
Like
I do not disagree with
No,
Blackworth. I do
that's
not
not
disagree.
fair either.
I do not
It's the
disagree with
artillery.
Blackworth when he said that Ukraine have well trained soldier. Yes, but not currently. Maybe before the war. Yes, they have well trained.
I think that is actually even better for the Ukrainian armed forces. 80% fucking casualties and being able to still do fucking counterattack operations is actually very impressive for a unit.
So hard. You're coping so hard.
You know, at 40%
He's on
casualties,
copium, dude.
I just
at
debunk you.
40%,
I just debunk your claim, and then now you say, "Oh, because I'm being debunked, yeah, actually, is now they are better." Your claim is being debunked by simple
okay,
news.
so
Copium.
at what percentage of force destruction do you consider yourself combat ineffective, and at what percentage force destruction do you consider yourself destroyed?
This,
Do you know any of these numbers?
This conversation is so tiring.
No. I'm asking you a very precise question. Can
Well,
you
you
answer
guys
it or
are
not?
arguing about stuff you'll never move an inch on. Neither side will ever move an inch.
Okay, it's 25 and 40%. At 25%, you're completely combat ineffective, and at 40%, you're considered destroyed. So therefore, it means that at 80% and still being able to do fucking combat operations is actually incredibly impressive. It means that you've lost most of your fucking staff. You've lost
So does
most
that
of your
say
fucking
something? Does
combat
that say
troops.
something about the
And that
NATO
means they are.
weapons?
And that means they are. And that means that they are basically being able to still fight, even though they have taken such heavy losses.
Okay,
It's
maybe
actually
they say
incredibly
something
impressive.
about the NATO weapons
This is
because
not
like
even an
without NATO
argument
weapons,
anymore.
this is
Blackworth,
a shit.
your desire to win the conversation by
It's gonna be
denying
Eastern
information
No,
Reality.
is
I'm not
amazing.
denying information.
It's
I'm
more
confirming
constructive
the
to ask.
information, and it
They
is
lost
more
land.
impressive than
Look
ever.
at all the
What's
land.
going to happen in the next month, Blackworth? What's your prediction?
Are you fucking not based at all?
He already made his prediction. He said
We-
Ukraine is gonna
we-
win.
we
He's
have-
gonna
Are they
win
going
the
to
war.
push back?
Next month, Ukraine's gonna
Ukraine
win.
will win because
I
Russia
usually-
doesn't have the
Groping and
resources to fight the
seething.
war long
Sad.
term. They are literally throwing in the men that actually train. They're soldiers and they're fucking officers into Ukraine, into actual combat, which any smart army would not fucking do. You don't send in your
Bro, there's
goddamn
already
trainers.
been special forces at the fucking border from other countries that are set place there. They were already ready. In fact, Canada is actually up there, second place after Poland.
No,
Not America.
you know something, right? You remember
Alone
that, a while ago there was this Canadian sniper that went in to help Wally, the amazing sniper. Okay, they have an average kill of 30 to 40 kill every single day. He went to Ukraine. He did not kill a single person. He left willingly because he said that the Ukrainian army is imbecile, and he almost got him killed. As a well-trained, elite, world top-class
Okay.
sniper
Are you
joining
done?
the Ukrainian army, he actually left Ukraine because he feel
Uh-huh.
that the Ukrainian soldier is putting his life at risk, and he gets 0 kill. And
Yeah,
he
it's
left.
because
Are
it's
you-
all
okay.
just.
You know what's funny, Ox? You know what's funny? Do you know who Harold J. Green is? Harold J. Green was a United States Major General. Okay, and guess what? You know what the funny part is? He died in Afghanistan to a bunch of Kalashnikov shooting Taliban members. So
Yeah, that's
he's
that's
sitting
your
By the
point.
way,
Well,
the
that's
80%,
he's sitting here.
the 80% number is
Dude,
actually wrong.
You know what's weird? I have more
I
respect
fact checked
for
this
Russia. One
far.
second, can I finish? Can I finish?
80% is
Can I
injured
finish?
or
Okay,
killed.
can I finish? Thanks. Yeah. So like the US has lost fucking generals and high-ranking military officials in both Iraq and in Afghanistan. I just gave you an example.
Oh, yeah,
Harold,
sure, for
Harold
sure.
J. Green, which was a major general. That's a pretty fucking high rank. So my
No,
point here
America's
is
still great.
okay,
Sorry.
my point here is I have more respect for Russia now. You know why? Because if their generals are willing to fucking go down and fight with their men, I have more fucking respect for that because they don't have to. They can fucking hide and command their men, but they're fighting with them and they're willing to fucking risk their lives. That's how you
Except noble
fucking
as that
lead.
fucking
That's how
sounds,
you fucking
that-
lead. That's how wars were fought back in the day. The
So-
fucking
know why
the
we stopped
fucking
doing
general would go on the battlefield with his men and command them, just like how it's supposed to be fucking done. You're a fucking coward, and I don't have
I
fucking
would-
respect
No,
for
please,
I
that.
would
please,
rather
please,
wear
please,
a
know
please,
why
sword
we
or
don't do
vest
that
than
anymore.
to listen to this anymore.
Don't add harm anyone. Okay, I don't.
You
Dude,
know-
guess what? Guess
no,
what?
Do you know why
Wait,
that?
I'm-
Do
One
you know
second.
why
A
that doesn't
general,
happen anymore?
a general is
World War
also a
One.
fighter. One second. A general is also a fighter. He's not a fucking king. He has the same training as his fucking men.
And have you ever
He
heard
goes
of
on
the
fucking
stormtroopers?
battlefield and fights with his men. That's how it fucking works. Stop
bro,
fucking making
reason
this
why-
like a
General,
point
that's
where
fake.
Ukraine is
Yeah,
doing good.
showers with his men
Gentlemen,
too.
Yeah,
They're so
Jaren,
fucking
can I make a
stupid.
statement from a person who served in like armed forces?
No, you never served. I don't believe you. That's fucking
All
stupid.
right,
yeah,
so
I
you
don't
can, you
fucking
cannot,
believe you.
you cannot
Yeah,
believe me as
gentlemen,
much as you
gentlemen.
I
want.
don't fucking
Gentlemen,
believe you.
gentlemen,
No,
please.
I
cannot
don't
believe
believe
that.
that.
Just
You
let
cannot-
Blackworth
I
make
don't
his
believe
statement.
that you fucking served.
Senator.
That's
Blackworth
fucking
make
wrong.
his
No,
statement.
so when you are, so the reason
No, this is
why,
stolen valor,
Awesome.
dude. Don't
the
fucking
reason,
lie.
the reason
Just let him make
why,
his fucking statement.
the reason why you serve in, the reason why your officers stopped being in frontline fucking combat, because all that experience that person has, right? All the experience, all the fucking skills they have learned, all the training they had given to their men, all of that is suddenly gone. It's vaporized as soon as he gets a
Poof.
bullet to the fucking head.
You're
And,
like,
Are you done?
and that experience is very hard to
Joker.
replace. And therefore, people with higher experience usually are more in the back. They're not in frontline combat, specifically people with 10, 20, sometimes even 30 years of experience. And that saves their fucking morale. So, for example, there are examples of armies where they are generals leading from the front. And you know what happens when a general dies? There's this lull where everybody's trying to figure out what the fuck's happening because the general is no longer leading them, specifically with
Are you
Russian
done?
armed forces, because Russian armed forces
Are you done?
have their generals basically maintain strict
Let it-
military discipline. When I mean strict
Yeah.
military discipline, I mean in a Russian sense, which is
So,
basically
okay.
you don't move unless the general says so. So therefore,
So,
this
so you're
means
an
that there's
idiot.
a collapse. There's
Yeah.
a collapse in discipline.
Okay.
You're
So
an
you're an
idiot.
idiot.
Russia doesn't
One
actually have the
second. So
tactical
apparently
flexibility.
one of the most
You're in your
successful fucking military generals in the world, Alexander the Great. Not even Alexander the Great.
Why are you
alone,
going
right?
to
One second.
ancient
Let me no.
times?
Let me fucking talk. You already made your shitty fucking point.
Why are we
Alexander
going to
the Great
ancient
fought with his men,
times?
right? The fucking savages
This
that
whole
invaded
was an
Iraq.
idiot.
Okay, you're muted.
No, Alexander
The savages
Have a
and the savages, and I'm gonna mute this kilt guy too, just breathing into his mic. So the savages that fucking invaded Iraq and destroyed
He's
Iraq,
breathing into that
right?
mic.
From Asia, it's kilt. If you just want to mute him, that's the guy breathing into his
Anyway,
mic.
gentlemen,
So-
I've ended my
Pronounced
conversation.
guilt.
And I will be posting it on YouTube in a while for this conversation. Have a nice day, gentlemen.
YouTube, more like YouTube.
No, my
It's
God.
so weird, dude. Like, honestly,
so-
like Blackworth, you're brainwashed. You
No,
have
but
nothing fucking useful to say.
Says the guy
served-
named Halal is a
when I
He didn't
served,
serve.
generals,
No, I don't believe you.
generals would rarely show up on a frontline. fucking
Exactly,
area.
because they're fucking cowards.